Good morning on behalf of Atty. Jimeno. This is Gerg Cahiles. From a sawa na maging OFW to one of the top Pinoy content creators who turned pain into purpose. Here at the forefront. Darbie Kim Estrebilla, better known as Real Talk Darbs in social media, rose to fame by fearlessly sharing raw, relatable truths about love, life, and self-worth. His content resonates deeply with audiences because it comes from a place of personal growth and a genuine desire to guide others toward healing and success. How did this once heartbroken man turn his pain into a platform that now inspires millions? With us this morning is an award-winning content creator and content marketing expert known in social media as Real Talk Darbs, Darbie Kim Estrebilla. Good morning, Darbs.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me here.
Well, thank you for joining us here in the studio. So to kickstart our conversation, Darbs, I will be showing you photos and I'll give you 30 seconds to answer my question related to that photo.
Sige.
So hintayin mo akong magbigay sa'yo ng cue ng timer starts now before you answer, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, let's start. The first photo. Okay, General Santos City. Okay, in 30 seconds, can you tell us how life was growing up in Gensan? Timer starts now.
So, basically, sa mga hindi nakakalam, I was from General Santos City, born and raised there. And that place is very, very special. Home of the champions, ika nga eh.
Oo nga.
And so I founded a specific company called House Creatives, and most of the talents that I have are coming from Gensan. So this is the place where, I'm not sure, something in General Santos City breeds great talent talaga. So that's the reason why I'm very, very happy. Hindi ko alam, siguro dahil mainit.
Well, actually, yun nung gusto kong tanungin sa'yo. Ano bang meron sa Gensan? Bakit ang daming mga magagaling, sikat na tao na from Gensan? But I've learned also that you're a nursing graduate.
Yes, correct.
So, bakit hindi mo pinursue itong career na to?
Okay, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, nag-nurse ako dahil sa ex ko. Ayun, dahil sa babae.
So ito na.
Yes,
Nagsisimula na tayo.
Exactly. Game. So, that's one of the reasons. My first obvious choice, of course, was actually IT. Siguro kung nag-IT ako ngayon, okay na okay sigurong kitaan. I'm just kidding. But the thing is, I had a girlfriend at that time, and then I was so in love, and then sabi niya magna-nursing daw siya.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, the heck, yeah, let's go, and ayoko mahiwalay sa'yo. So, nag-nursing ako. But turned out to be, I would love to think na it's a good decision because nursing or being a nursing student taught me a lot of values.
Yeah.
Being patient, having that kind of purpose. Kasi being a nurse is not a job, it's a vocation. Because at the end of the day, there are so many lives that you can also save and touch as well. So also yung hard work nga, ika nga nila. So doon nahahasa lahat. And I believe part of the reason why I am where I am right now is because of the experiences that I have being a nurse.
But was it difficult, like doing something that you don't like?
Definitely, it was. Pero doon ko na appreciate yung value ng parang not everything in life that you have to do is something that you should like. Kasi pag ganun, that's something na medyo mahirap gawin at mahirap hanapin.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi naman araw-araw Pasko, ika nga nila eh. And there I was able to stick with something that even if it's not something that I really want, it's something that I stick with. And it taught me the value of commitment.
Yeah.
And ang commitment kasi, hindi lang basta kung ano yung mabilis, kung ano yung magaan, kung ano yung madali. Commitment is honoring what you said and what you committed to regardless of how difficult it is. So yun ang natutunan ko doon.
Ibang nagagawa ng pagmamahal.
Yes, exactly.
But anyway, may nakapagbulong lang sa akin, introvert ka daw. So what happened? This is something that's not obvious now, no? Or meron pa bang sense of pagiging introvert right now na you're doing this?
So, very weird. But you know what? I've been in the content creation space, and most of the people that I know na content creators that are very successful are also introverts. In a sense where hindi dahil sa ayaw namin ng tao, it's just that, I don't know, I feel energized when I have my own space and time.
Yeah.
So bakit ko nagagawa to? Siguro dahil sa nursing. I'm able to do things that I must. Not only if I like it. So, yes, introvert po ako, but the thing is I can be out there whenever I choose to. Pero crowd and many people is something that I do not seek. Kasi ang extrovert is they get energy if there's a lot of people.
Yeah, from the people.
Ako naman, I get energy when I'm alone.
So, nagre-recharge ka nga.
Yes.
Now, let's see the next photo. Okay, Dubai. So, in 2012, you moved to Dubai and took on a couple of jobs. Now, in 30 seconds, tell us, ano ba itong mga pinasukan mong trabaho at ano yung mga nag-experience mo as an OFW? Timer starts now.
So, grabe. I think majority of the person who I am right now is because I experienced a lot of difficulty and suffering sa Dubai. But I'm grateful for that. So 2012, I was there. I was an OFW. I did my grind. And then those were doon ko nakuha yung skill set and being able to really pursue despite of difficulties. And ang daming naituro sa akin ng Dubai. And Dubai is always and will always be a very special place for me.
But you practice nursing there or hindi? Anong ginawa mo?
No. Again, I went to nursing not because for the love of it, because for the love of another person. And because it's not something that I really like, I did not pursue the practice. So, funny thing is, I was there just because my sister, pinapunta niya ako sa Dubai. And then, ang nangyari dun is, I had a job prior to going to, prior to going to Dubai. And it was a customer service job.
Okay.
So, I went in with the only experience of customer service. So, I went in Dubai bringing that only experience. Kasi sa Dubai, hindi ka pwede mag-practice ng nursing if you don't have a license.
Yes, correct.
So, I went with that. And eventually, from customer service, I got promoted from key account sales executive and would love to think that I did a great job because I get pirated always by bigger companies. And that's the reason why I was able to get, hindi naman every month, mga every 2 years, I was able to get better and better opportunities there.
So, sa Dubai din nag-start ang vlogging career mo?
Yep, definitely.
Talk about that. Paano nagsimula yan?
Doon ko natutunan and doon ko nalaman that I really love content creation. Because for those of you who don't know, I was earning very, very good prior to quitting my job in Dubai.
Yeah.
I think I was earning 200,000 pesos per month at that time. It was good. And then, the thing is, the company that I was working with was very considerate. There were no issues at all. Sobrang okay. But the problem there is, I discovered content creation in 2018. So I was there in 2012, did everything, did my job, and then I discovered content creation 2018. And then eventually, I found the love for it. Sabi ko kasi, I cannot see myself doing this for the rest of my life, yung
the job.
The job. Like I was a key account sales executive there. And I was doing good, but that's not something that I would die for.
Yeah.
So paano pa kaya pag gusto ko yung ginagawa ko? And then I did the jump. So 2020, I believe, is the time that I decided that I will quit. So I had an experience in content creation 2018. And then until 2020, then to 2020, people were panicking because they might lose their job.
Yeah,
that was the pandemic.
Yeah, right.
I was the one who was ready for it. Kasi I had runway money ang tawag doon eh.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that if this doesn't work, sabi ko sa sarili ko, I will always get another job.
Yeah.
But what I will not want to have is the poison of regret. That if I'm in my deathbed one day, and then I would go back to that turning point. I would say to myself na, what if you jump? And I don't want that regret. So I did jump, pero when you, sa mga manunood, if you're gonna do something stupid, do it smart. So what I did is, nag-ipon ako.
Yeah.
Like, nag-ipon ako ng isang taon na if hindi man ako kumita sa content creation or pag-vlog, I can survive.
Yeah. You have money to spend.
At that time, so difficult kasi nasa abroad pa ako. Mahirap nga mag-full-time dito sa Philippines. Paano pa kaya pag nasa abroad? I was able to get the money and then eventually, I jumped. And then, lo and behold, I'm living the best possible life that I could have right now. And
Tama ba? You started with 5 kayo with 4 other people.
Yeah.
O ano nangyari doon?
So, ang kwento nito is,
Oh.
na these are for people who starting content creation.
Yeah.
We started off doing Facebook Live at the top of a rooftop.
Okay.
I did that for 2 years. And here's the thing, I was having a job at that time. So the only thing that we would do is after our work.
Yes.
And going to that place after work takes me at least 30 to 45 minutes.
Kasi malayo.
Kasi malayo.
Oo.
So, isipin mo, exhausted ka na entire
Yes.
day's work. Pupunta ka doon for 2 years and guess what? There's no monetization for 2 years.
Wow.
And here's the thing. Ang nanonood sa amin noon, 10.
Okay.
Tapos, sa live, I think it ran for 3 months, na
Yes.
10 lang kami. And kaming mga host, naka-live din kami.
Okay. May individual
Nanonood din
live
kami sa live
pa
na.
kayo.
So, ibig sabihin, 5 lang talaga nanonood. Kasi lima yung
Kasi 5 na
nanonood.
kayo, okay.
So,
may 5 kayong avid fans. Oo.
there was no one listening for 3 months. But we didn't get discouraged just because I believe we like what we did.
Yes.
We were enjoying. And in that, I would not change that for anything because most people, I believe, stop at and measure the value of what they're doing if there's a monetization
Yeah.
na kapalit. But the thing is, hindi kasi lahat ng valuable is through gaining money out of what you're doing.
Yeah.
There is what we call gaining experience. And I believe that was my formative years. That 2 years gave me all the skill set, the foundation that I needed to have in order for me to push through. Kasi kung wala yon, I don't think I would be in a place where I am right now. So, for those people, siguro, if you're able to take something out of this, don't just gauge what you'll get through money, gauge what you'll get through experience as well.
Alright, sige. Ipagpatuloy natin yung discussion na yan with this next photo. Wow. Real Talk Darbs. So sabi mo nga, 2 years sa vlogging, nag-quit ka after.
Yes.
Sa full-time content creation. And nag-full-time ka na sa content creation. Now, in 30 seconds, tell us how you came into that decision. Timer starts now.
Grabe. Alam niyo ba na ako pag gumagawa ng poster ko before? And
Okay.
this was one of the poster that I created myself. Oh my God, super convoluted. But the thing
Horror
is...
vacuum.
But the thing is, I quit because I think nasabi ko kanina, it's because this is I really want to do it. And this is my passion. And I was happy that I did the jump because it gave me the life that I have right now. And this poster reminds me of my humble beginnings.
And sabi mo, napaghandaan mo nga siya. You saved up para may magastos ka, whatever happens, dito sa passion na to. But, you know, kanina ang binabanggit mo, it's about, siguro, yung objective mo. Is it about monetization or is it really about pursuing the passion? Sige, pagpatuloy mo yung sinasabi mo dyan.
I love I love this question. So, I said that I was earning good.
Yes.
I think approximately 200,000 pesos per
Yes.
month. I told myself that even if I only earn 1/4 of what I was currently earning, I would be happy.
Yeah.
Why? Because hindi mababayaran for me is you being able to get paid on the things that you love.
Yeah.
Parang for me, that's something very precious. And that's something that I want to feel. So, yun ang sinabi ko, na I wanted to do the things that I love and at the same time get paid for it, regardless of how big it is. So, meron akong sinasabi na it's not how much money you make, it's how you make it.
Yes.
So, merong iba, sobrang dami ng kinikita every month. The thing is, the process of them getting the money, are they happy? Is that something that they really want? Or it's just a necessity? Than of a person who might not be getting as much as they could. Sabihin na natin 50,000, 30,000 pesos. But the process of them getting the money makes them fulfilled.
Yeah.
I think that's what's most important. And in this day and age, especially in social media, whatever it is that you like, everything is monetizable.
Yeah.
And so yun, I think that's one of the things na I would really love to impart. When I started creating content, my why was very strong. And being able to actually like have a message out there and just the purpose of me being able to do the things that I like and earn from it.
Well, siguro yun yung pinaka-best scenario, no? Parang doing the things that you like and at the same time earning
Yes.
out of it. But yung branding, yung Real Talk Darbs, kailan na conceptualize yan? Yan na ba talaga nagsimula?
Okay, I think matagal ko hindi to na story through previous interviews. So very good that this was asked. So, when I was in Dubai, there was one popular local influencer, Filipino influencer in Dubai. Mas nauna siya sa akin eh. So, her name is Smile Like Nina.
Smile Like Nina.
So, her smile was very beautiful actually. So, isa siya sa mga pinaka-top content creators at that time. And I was looking up to her because I like her, how she carry herself, she talks, and how she brands. So sabi ko, I modeled it. Nina has a great smile. What do I have? So, di ko alam. Anong ginagawa ko? So, and by the way, I was contemplating this while I was lifting weights. Because I was at the gym. Parang yun yung meditation ko. And then, it dawned on me that previously, whenever I talk with my friends, kasi, like, they can talk to me sa mga lokohan, sa mga, kahit anong mga kalokohan, but they can also count on me when things are not good for them. And madalas, when I need to talk sense into them, what I usually do and what I usually start is, ito bro, real talk kita. And then I tell them what they need, not what they want.
No sugarcoating.
No sugarcoating. And then eventually, every time I said that to one person, it makes them think and realize. So sabi ko, that's it. Real Talk Darbs. Yan. Dapat Real Talk Kim kasi Darbie Kim ako eh.
Yes, oo.
And I searched social media, may Real Talk Kim na.
Okay.
So sabi ko, Darbs for sure wala. So walang Real Talk Darbs, that's the time that I did
So ang nickname mo talaga, Kim?
Kim ang nickname ko.
Kim, okay.
But people call me also Darbs.
Okay.
So sabi ko, kung walang Kim, I'll just take Darbs na lang.
Tama, kasi at least unique yun sa'yo, di ba? At sa branding. Now, puntahan natin yung next photo. Okay, this is your first viral vlog on OFWs. Pagod ka na bang maging OFW? Okay, and it garnered 2.3 million views. Now, in 30 seconds, ano ang mga sinabi mo rito at naging patok sa mga netizens? Timer starts now.
So this is where I discovered the hack of being viral, which is to give value. This was, I conceptualized this because ito yung need ko eh when I was a beginner OFW. Ang sinabi ko dito is, you have to understand na hindi porket nandito ka sa Dubai, magkakaipon ka agad magkakabahay. So I was bracing the future OFWs. And then, motivation and stuff. And then that's where it hit. I think 10,000 followers pa lang ako noon. I got my first million views. So I was very, very happy.
Oh, well, sabi mo nga, you give value to your audience.
Yes.
Okay, so how important is that? Yung pagbibigay ng value sa audience mo, realizing who they are and what they do and papaano ko makakatulong sa kanila.
So, I think right now, creating content and your content should have value is so obvious na ngayon in 2024 and 2025. Sobrang obvious na yun. Everybody's shouting that one. But way back 2018, 2020, nobody was telling everybody that because everybody was creating content for the sake of them, for their own self. For
Self-gratification, gano'n.
So sabi, hi guys, nandito ako ngayon. This is the 10 things that you need to learn about me. I mean, why would we want to learn about you? We don't know who you are. Parang gano'n. So, dun ka na-discover na when you give value and potentially things that are really actionable for people, that's where you will get their attention. Because they're not there for my face, they're not there for my voice, they're there for the message that I might have that they can use in their life. So doon ko na-realize, that's when it clicked na I gave value on this. And then, actually, trinay ko na gumawa ng selfish content. I was humbled because I thought, like at that time, sanay na ako when I was just 100,000 followers. Sanay na ako na at least 100,000 din ang viewership ko.
Yes.
So, nag-post ako ng isang selfish content promoting kasi parang sumali ako sa isang contest. No, parang 2,000 lang ang nanood. So, doon ko na-confirm na value talaga.
Hindi pala siya about me. It's about creating a community for you.
Yes.
So can you tell us, sorry if you don't mind, magkano ang naging first paycheck mo sa social media?
Okay.
If you can remember.
I think my first paycheck at that time, sobrang saya ko na noon. Parang $3,000.
Okay, that's big na rin, no?
yeah, that was something na sabi ko, parang pwede ako mag-quit. Tandaan ko nito, ha? Pero the thing about at that time, hindi siya consistent eh. Pero that idea, that instance gave me an idea na I can do this full time if I do this parang consistently.
And sorry, on the average, after nun, hanggang saan tumaas?
So,
Para mabuhay ka ng buhay na gusto mo.
yung monetization.
Yes, monetization.
Umabot siya somehow, nag 7 figures siya per month at that specific time. So ngayon iba na ang algorithm ngayon. It's not the same as the glory days of 2021, 2022.
Pandemic time.
Sobrang taas nun. But right now, hindi na siya masyadong mataas. And I think that's one of the reasons bakit maraming mga content creators then are forced to promote sugal. Because previously, they have so high lifestyle because of what they're getting sa social media. And then eventually, the algorithm change.
Yeah.
And then, what happens now? They need to sustain that lifestyle. Come the promotion ng sugal, sobrang laki ng kikitain mo. Isang video, 2 video, pang 1 month mo na ng monetization nun. So there were a lot of people, even if they know na their fans would not want for them to do that, they don't have a choice because they need to maintain something. So and I foresaw that before. And that's the reason why I transitioned into business.
Pero kahit saturated na ng ang daming content creators, mga 7 figures pa rin kahit sabi mo, bumababa na yung, nag-iba na yung algorithm.
Sobrang iba na. It's not the glory days anymore. I don't know, at least for me. But right now, actually, hindi na ako tumitingin sa monetization. Meron pa rin pumapasok, pero hindi na yun ang main ko because I'm strengthening the brand already. Because I believe the meta right now for creators is to have a creator-led company.
Yeah.
So, mas malaki kasi ang monetization mo. Like, that's the reason why people, like brands or yung mga like manufacturers and all, pay influencers 1 million, 2 million per endorsement. How can they afford that? Because they're getting 10 times when their product sells. So, so I told myself, why should be a promoter if I can be the owner?
Yeah. So, kumbaga, binago mo ngayon. So, your primary business now is itong ginagawa mo.
Yes. So,
the House Creatives. So.
House Creatives, and at the same time, I have business, food supplement business called Sika and a chips business called Dr. Greens.
Okay, sige. Habang pinag-uusapan natin yung negosyo mo, let's go to the next photo.
Cool.
Right. So this is House Creatives and RTD Creator Academy. You put up the House Creatives and launched the RTD Creator Academy as your entrepreneurial ventures. So now in 30 seconds, tell us kung ano yung mga ito at bakit ka pumasok sa ganitong klaseng negosyo at saka yung food supplement. Yeah,
cool.
Go ahead.
So
timer starts now.
Sorry. So basically, RTD Creator Academy, I've been teaching content creation since 2020. So sabi ko, if there's one thing that I am good at, it's transferring knowledge to other human beings. Because my mom is a teacher and I'm passionate about that. So na-realize ko na this is something na I'm very good at and parang unique selling proposition ko sa ibang content creators. Magaling sila mag-content, pero ako magaling mag-content and magaling din ako magturo.
Oh, okay.
So I put up House Creatives. It's a training company. We have programs where we teach content, we teach business owners create content that converts.
Okay, sige. Now, share to us, sino yung mga kliyente mo dito?
Okay.
Sino ba ang mga tinuturuan mo sa House Creatives?
So, here's the thing. I discovered this when I was, hindi pa ako entrepreneur eh. So I was just a full-time content creator. And then sabi ko sa sarili ko, before the algorithm will bite me,
Okay.
I will try to find other means of monetizing. So I went into a venture of having a product. It's called Sika 20-in-1. It's a food supplement. So what I did is, I went into that venture and then we launched that product, sa totoo lang, we launched that product with just one single video na ginawa ko. Walang fancy brand launches, walang mga endorser, hindi din kami nag-rent ng hotel. The launching of the brand was just in the backbone of one single video. And sabi ko, the skill set that I have is I know how to gather eyeballs.
Yeah.
So doon ko na-discover yung story selling. So the story selling is where hindi mo alam binibentahan na kita through telling my story. And lo and behold, when I launched that product through that specific video, in 15 days, we sold 6 million pesos worth of product. Wow. No Facebook ads. There's no marketing campaign or whatsoever. All in the backbone of that one specific video. So, that's when it dawned on me. What if I teach what I know to other business owners?
Bakit mo i-share kung ikaw naman, pwede mo namang gamitin sa sarili mo yon?
That's a very, very good question. There's two types of how you earn money. First is, there's two things why you do a specific thing.
Okay.
One thing is to put money in your pocket. You do it because you wanted to put something in your pocket.
Yeah.
And there are other things that you do because it fills your heart. The reason why I wanted to teach this is because I was an OFW. And when I was an OFW, na-realize ko na the only reason bakit may mga nagiging OFW is because they think that better opportunities are outside the Philippines. And imagine the things that I need to sacrifice going in abroad. I missed many birthdays of my parents. I missed 10 years of my parents' life. Wala sila. I'm very close to my parents. And imagine if parents, mga anak nila, iiwanan din nila. And most of the time, that's what's happening. And then, the huge realization that I have is, because of content creation, I went back in the Philippines, built specific companies, and that's earning 10 times more than I was earning when I was in Dubai.
Yeah.
So, it's not the place anymore. It's what you know. So, that's when I told myself, if the knowledge that I have can help a specific family na hindi na umalis yung nanay niya or yung tatay niya papuntang abroad because they were able to find, because of a specific business that they have, and they learn how to create content on my knowledge, put their business in social media, and then it boom. Hindi na niya kailangang umalis. Wala nang pamilya, walang nanay, wala nang tatay, iiwanan ng anak niya because they think opportunities are gonna be outside. Because great opportunities are also here in the Philippines. And that's the reason why I mentioned that I wanted to teach that as well.
Parang grabe din talaga yung experience mo being an OFW and translating it into what you are right now. So ano yung, sa tingin mo, yung mga malalaking challenge na hinirap mo as a content creator?
Siguro creative burnout. Creative burnout in a sense na there are times na a content creator usually judge himself on the amount of people that watch him. So, nagiging sa vanity metric.
Yeah.
Na minsan, feeling mo, wala ka ng kwenta kasi ang views mo, 500,000 lang, 200,000 lang. And then, nakikita mo yung ibang content creators, sobrang taas ng views. I think, one of the challenges that I had before was a creative burnout. And the way on how I was able to curb that is by evolving myself. So, I had twice, meron akong nag-evolve ako 2 times. Unang-una, I went into content creation with love and relationship.
Yes, okay.
Love and relationship ako.
Okay.
Then after that, sabi ko, hindi na ako sad boy eh.
Tapos na.
Ayoko nang
Tapos na
ganun. It's not true to me anymore. So, nag-analyze ako ng mga viral issues. So, may mga viral na content, ina-analyze ko, nagbibigay ako ng lessons. And then, eventually, na-realize ko na that's not my truth anymore. That's something that I don't want to do because at this stage in my life, entrepreneurship is something that I'm very passionate about. And then I evolved. I switched my content into more on video content marketing, teaching business owners how to create content that converts. So that's how I was able to keep up with that creative burnout.
Okay. Now, Darbs, how do you balance authenticity with virality? Pero bago mo sagutin yan, at the forefront, we'll be back after a few minutes. Welcome back here at the forefront. Now, Darbs, paano mo binabalanse yung authenticity sa virality?
So, as what I have mentioned before, you have to create a content that your audience wants and a content that you also want. Most of the time kasi, a lot of content creators that I know are a slave of their viewers' parang demands or anong gusto ng viewers nila. So much so that they're already creating content that is not true to them anymore.
Okay.
Just because they were able to parang hit a specific algorithm na sobrang dami nanonood because of that specific topic and all. Di ba nga, every individual grows eh. And most of the time, what you like 2 years ago is not something that you like right now. And same as true with the content that you do.
Yeah.
Hindi ibig sabihin na kung anong gusto mo before would still be the same if it was good for you.
That's
but,
true.
But most of the time, it changed.
Pero yun nga, in your case, meron ka bang ginawang content na gustong-gusto mo pero hindi naman nag-hit sa audience mo? Oh, and the other way around.
Yes,
Oo.
definitely. And dun mo magigauge, siguro as a content creator, dun mo magigauge if there is a specific content na parang sobrang passive mo na lang siyang ginagawa and then you don't even care if it gets viral or not. But there's a specific content na sobrang passionate mo ginawa. Tapos mas nagki-care ka sa mga comments doon, sa shares noon, kahit konti lang. Maybe because that's the kind of topic that you wanna dive into and listen to. And I believe that's how you balance authenticity and virality.
So na-overcome mo na yun? Na alam mo yun, na malulungkot ka just because you're very passionate about this content, mas konti yung views compared to your other contents, hindi ka na naapektuhan?
I would be lying if I said I won't be. But what's good about it is I'm aware. Once you're aware, you can do something about it. So, ang advice ko kasi, like say for example, for future content creators or mga business owners who wants to create their own brand, personal brand as well, you have to hit the three things. 3 stool lang tawag ko dyan for the chair to
turn. Ganun ba?
Parang tumayo, di ba? Yung 3 stools.
Okay.
First is you have to create content that you're an expert of. You have to create a content or you're expert of or good at talking about it. Create a content that you love talking about and create a content that works. Tatlo. Because if you only kahit isa lang doon wala, it will not be sustainable. For example, you're creating content that you love and you're creating a content that you're an expert of. Pero hindi nagwo-work. Useless siya.
That's true.
You're creating content na nag-work. And you're creating content that you're an expert of. Good, di ba? Pero if it's not something that you want, it will not be sustainable. Kasi eventually, mababurn out ka kasi hindi yun ang gusto mo. So, I believe you need to find those 3 things, those 3 perfect balances. One of the things as well we do at House Creatives is we create personal brands for CEOs. So we create content for them, we strategize, we let them know how it's being done. And there were a lot of success stories. Pero ang palagi kong sinasabi is, we have to find those 3 things. Kasi madaling magpa-viral ng isang content eh. Pero it will be short-term. Sustainability. So we need to find those 3 things for them.
Now, how do you, pag-usapan natin yung mga bashers. Kasi definitely, pag content creator ka, marami kang supporters, at the same time, marami kang bashers. So how do you handle that? Malalim yung hinga mo doon. So, anong ibig sabihin?
So,
do you read? Do you actually read these comments?
Somehow, yes. But at the same time, when you're at this industry for so long, you now learn how to filter. Pero, first of all, it's the expectation. Kasi marami din ako mga clients and mga students na nagtatanong, minsan ayokong gumawa ng content kasi takot daw sila sa bash.
Yes.
So, first of all, kung si Jesus Christ nga may basher, paano pa kaya tayo? So that's number 1. Number 2 is shifting the frame. So if you think about it, if there's a person that spits poison in your wall, right? And poison in a sense na yung medyo mahaba, tapos pinag-isipan, if you are in a good place, will you do that? Like if you're happy, you're successful, and you're doing things for yourself and for humanity, and you're busy building yourself, will you have the time to spit some poison on someone's wall? I don't think you would have. People who do that are the people who might be going through something.
Yeah.
What they say is not basically a reflection of you, it's a reflection of their reality.
So sila may problema.
Sila may problema. Okay. Ganun ko siya mina-mind frame.
That's for you. At least for you.
Piniframe ko.
Okay.
And what I do right now is that this person is not in a good place. And nakakaawa because he spends so much time to just destroy someone, especially kung ikaw mismo, ang intention mo lang naman ay makatulong or you give value to the audience.
Yeah.
At you're not basically poking around aggressors. So, yun, ang naiisip ko is, instead nagalit, naawa ako. So what I do is I reply if I can and then try to understand that person. And also trying to learn how to filter bashers. Kasi at the end of the day, there are not really bashers. The thing that they're saying really has a point. So you have to learn how to check that and then reflect sa sinabi nila. Baka
Kasi meron namang meron.
Baka may point naman talaga eh. Meron naman talagang kahit anong gawin mo, hahanapan ka ng mali.
Okay.
And meron yung trolls. So those two things, you have to learn how to filter those two. If merong isa na may point and critical, sit and think about it. Pero do not have the expectation na wala ka talagang...
Now, with different platforms that you have, no? Alin doon yung pinakamahirap i-maintain?
YouTube.
Bakit?
Long form eh. Long form. I think for me, because I'm Facebook first kasi ang content ko. I have YouTube, pero not much. Parang 150,000 followers, subscribers. So, for me, mahirap i-maintain ng YouTube because it's a long-form content. First of all, sobrang hirap gumawa ng long-form content. And medyo mahirap din ang algorithm ng YouTube, if ever. So, yun, nahihirapan ako sa YouTube.
But some are saying that mas bigger yung monetization sa YouTube versus other platforms.
Yes, but not in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
I think Erwan Yusuf mentioned this na hindi talaga sustainable, especially if mga big budget production ang YouTube channel mo. Pero pag vlog pwede, pero iba pa rin kasi talaga ang kitaan if it's in the US or other countries. Mababa talaga dito sa Philippines. But in all social media platform, YouTube has the biggest monetization.
Yeah.
So
for example, kung may 150 kang follower, 150K na followers sa YouTube, how much do you earn out of it?
It varies eh.
Okay.
Kasi depende sa type ng content mo, depende sa mga taong nanonood sa'yo at kung taga saan sila.
Okay.
So, an example, a content na nagdi-discuss ng finances or talking to millionaires and billionaires, kahit 10,000 lang ang viewers niyan, there's a potential that you can earn one video $5,000 eh. Because the quality of the people watching that at yung nag-a-add sa'yo, so they pay more kasi.
Okay.
So different din naman pag medyo ang target audience mo are medyo younger or medyo masa, iba din ang what you call this, monetization.
So parang kumbaga maraming factors na nako-consider, hindi lang purely ads, kundi different. So ngayon, ano yung sa mga platforms mo yung pinakamalaki yung rate? Siguro in terms of payment or monetization.
Facebook pa rin for me because 5 million followers.
Because of the number of followers, no? Okay, but may mga, alin dun sa mga platforms na ito yung pinaka-paborito mo?
Favorite ko na hindi ako favorite.
Oh, bakit? Oo nga.
Kasi nahihirapan ako mag-grow ng channel ko doon. Instagram.
Why?
So I like Instagram because, I don't know, I just like the aesthetics of it. I like the what do you call this? The mood and psychology of people inside. Kasi every social media platform has different psychology. So when you watch YouTube, the psychology of people is to watch long-form content.
That's right.
When you go Facebook, has to be interruption-based ang contents mo. And when it's Instagram, it's more of medyo classy, medyo marami akong mga motivational and inspirational na nakikita doon. TikTok naman, more on trends, more on Gen Z, kaedad natin, gano'n.
Sige, okay. Tanggapin ko yun. But anyway, i-break lang muna natin tong discussion natin. Let's have a quick game again. No?
Okay, cool.
Kung masasabi natin. So, I'll be enumerating the top Pinoy content creators as of May 2025. And that's based on their influence, subscriber count, and impact across social media platforms. Now, I'll be giving you 30 seconds to tell us why you think popular sila. Okay, let's start off with Ivana Alawi, an actress and vlogger with over 16.6 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
So first of all, I believe Ivana Alawi is very, very popular right now is because with that beautiful face, she was able to relate to a lot of people. And I think that's one of the greatest things that she has. And not to mention the fact with that face, sobrang galing din ng humor niya. And she really has a thing on how to connect to people. And I believe that's the reason why people connected to her. Not to mention the fact na meron din siyang other nationality na background mixed up with her content, and it shows, and people are interested to see that.
All right, number 2. Kong TV, comedy vlogger and musician with 12.1 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
By the way, sa mga hindi nakakalam, Kong TV is one of my inspiration. He's one of the OG in content creator. I believe people are watching Kong is because of his humor, pero may laman. Most people would think na puro kalokohan lang, pero if you remove that, meron talagang lesson doon. Kong TV is one of the smartest content creator that I know, and I like that his content is also evolving together with him. And that's one of the reasons why people are able to relate to him, because most people are able to see the Kong TV in them.
Family man na rin, ano?
Yes.
Raffy Tulfo in action, number 3. Now, public service channel with 29.2 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
Siyempre, Raffy Tulfo in action, people likes drama eh. And most of the time, we're able to see the drama kay Raffy Tulfo. And ang maganda dun is very relatable din yung mga drama. And what's good about it is si Raffy Tulfo is able to give action right away. There's a problem, action na natin agad. And that's the reason why meron ng pop culture na itutulfo ka.
Yes.
So that's how powerful his branding is. And that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of people that resonates with that type of content.
Tulfo Justice. Now, Nayana Guerrero, dance and lifestyle vlogger with 15.8 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
Niana Guerrero, I believe this is one of, like, aside from her skill set of dancing, pure charm. Like, when she was a kid dancing before up until now, people were able to follow her. And then it's just like looking at a pamangkin that's already evolving. We think of her as a family member. And not to mention the fact, sobrang galing niya ding sumayaw talaga. Hindi lang puro charm, may skill and raw talent din. That's the reason why people resonate with her.
Okay, syempre kung may Nayana tayo, may Rans Kyle din. Dance and lifestyle vlogger with 15.2 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
Siyempre, pogi eh. One thing, siyempre, ako to, real talk. One of the reasons, pag may itsura ka talaga in social media world, may advantage ka. Pero ang maganda kasi kay Kyle, is she was able to have skill set din. And ang maganda doon, sinishare niya rin yung spotlight with yung pamangkin niya. And I believe because of his collaborations din, people, yun yung isa sa mga examples why people loves to see more of him with other content creators, on how he reacts with other content creators.
Okay, now next one. Zainab Harake, lifestyle and family vlogger with 14.7 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
So, similarly, same din kay Ivana. So, I think Zainab is half Lebanese, half Filipino. Lahat talaga, pag imimix mo sa Filipino blood, sobrang ganda ng resulta eh. And one of the reason I believe, aside from her face card, is yung pagka-authentic niya. Like, walang preno, sasabihin niya kung ano sasabihin niya.
Real talk din.
Real talk din. Totoo din. Like, walang plastikan. Alam mong authentic. And people were able to relate to her because of that. And, syempre, funny din yung mga contents niya eh.
Okay, let's go to Doc Willie Ong, cardiologist and health vlogger with 10 million YouTube subscribers. Timer starts now.
Siyempre, Doc Willie Ong, people resonate with him. It's because alam mo na he has a mission to help other people. And I believe this is one of the things, mga professional, you're able to speak lots of credibility on everything that you say. He took advantage of that. And I believe bakit si Doc Willie Ong was able to have such high followers or follower count is because kung paano siya mag-relate mismo, paano niya bini-breakdown yung mga sakit that's easily digestible to common people or sa mga masa.
Yeah, very relatable nga, sabi mo. Catherine Bernardo, number 8, actress and influencer with 20.6 million Instagram followers. Something sabi mo, nahihirapan ka sa Instagram. Timer starts now.
Si Catherine Bernardo, I don't know. I think everybody knows why she's popular. The talent, like, ito ha. I was watching yung movie niya na Hello, Love, Goodbye
Yeah.
sa Netflix.
Yeah.
Ang laki kong tao, kinikilig ako. That's how great she is as an actress. And I think it's a no-brainer. If you're a Filipino, you would follow her.
Alright, sige, another celebrity. Heart Evangelista, actress and fashion influencer with 16.5 million Instagram followers. Timer starts now.
I think Heart is one of the truest influencer, in the Philippines. If Heart use it, you're in. When she use a specific bag, when she use a specific pabango, like I found myself buying a bakarat na pabango because Heart used it. And that perfume is 20,000 pesos.
Wow.
So, I believe it's because of her elegance. Pero at the same time, relatability pa rin. Pansin mo, relatability talaga isang importanteng factor ng isang content creator.
Okay, sige. Punta tayo kay Catriona Gray. Miss Universe 2018 and advocate with 13.7 million Instagram followers. Timer starts now.
So, I think Catriona Gray, if I'm not mistaken, she joined many times sa pageant. And I think third, fourth time, I could be wrong. But that's what she was able to win. So, I think she's a great reminder of pushing for what you want despite of many difficulties. Reminds us that we can still achieve it. Again, yung charm niya and yung pagkapanalo niya mismo sa Miss Universe. She brought pride to the Philippines. That's the reason why we wanted to associate ourselves with her.
Okay, now Darbs, alin ang mas mahirap? Maging content creator o mag-head ng isang creative company? Pero bago mo sagutin yan, at the forefront, we'll be right back after a few messages. Welcome back here at the Forefront, Darbs. O ano nga mas mahirap, maging content creator or mag-lead ng sarili mong creative company?
So, this is based on my opinion and based on being able to be at both worlds at the same time. Mas mahirap maging business owner. Because as a content creator, ang cargo mo lang kasi sarili mo eh. At kung ang cargo mo sarili mo, that's what you can control eh. You can do the creatives, you can do the editing kasi ako din nag-edit. But in business or leading a creative company, it's a totally different ball game. That's why I continuously educate business owners. Palagi ko sila pinapapili, who do you think is more powerful, content creators or business owners? And most people would think it's content creators. Honestly, it's
Because
not
of
the
the
case.
influence.
Because of the influence. Pero it's not the case. If business owners, I would choose having a business over time, every time. Bakit? Because if you already have a business, you already have a specific skill set that usually takes lots of years to do. Now, as a content creator, yes, it's a very niche skill set, but you can always hire an agency to learn from them, and eventually you can do that. You cannot hire someone to run for your business.
That's true.
Yeah, but and people that don't have a business anymore. So, why do I choose business owners over content creators? Why do I think they're more powerful when it comes to monetary power? If you're a content creator and all you have is an influence pero wala kang business, the only monetization that you will get is the ad revenue ng platform and the parang brand deals. Good. It's good money, honestly. But if you're a business owner, if you know how to hack influence, I'm telling you, it will be 10 times more than of a content creator that doesn't have a business. Bakit? Look at CEO founders right now that has personal brand. They have huge and massive followings, and that influence can definitely be funneled through their product.
That's true.
Not through a platform that pays you 1/4 of what other companies is paying them to pay ads.
That's
Tama?
true.
So I believe, kaya ngayon ang sinasabi ko ngayon the meta right now is if you're a creator and if you have influence, I believe you need to find a way to create a product that you're passionate about, and that's something that you need to push for your audience.
But Darbs, I'm curious. May naging kliyente ka bang politiko nitong huling eleksyon?
There's a lot of people who tries to contact me for this, but I did not want to. It's not in my values. It's not because I don't want them and stuff and all, but sabi ko, I just wanted to stay in this lane, not in politics and all. And no, I didn't touch it.
And now, papipiliin na kita. Mabilisan lang to, Darbs, no? Papipiliin kita. 2 choices. You don't have to explain your answer, no? Okay, let's start now. City lights or bonfire nights?
City lights.
Barong or formal jacket?
Formal jacket.
Manual drive or automatic?
Automatic.
CrossFit or Ironman?
CrossFit.
Late night drive or sunrise walk?
Sunrise walk.
Luxury watch or limited edition sneakers?
Luxury watch.
Wow. Espresso shot or protein shake?
Espresso shot.
No Wi-Fi for a week or no gym for a week? Mahirap.
No gym for a week.
Mahirap ang wala ng Wi-Fi. Tom Cruise or Jackie Chan?
Tom Cruise.
Rap or hip-hop?
Hip-hop.
Reading a book or watching Netflix?
Watching Netflix. Hindi ako reader.
Eraserheads or Parokya ni Edgar?
Eraserheads.
Okay. TikTok dance or online sing-along? Dance
Online-
or sing?
Online sing-along na lang.
Oh, sige. Puppies or kittens?
Kittens.
Alright. Hugot lines or pickup lines?
Hugot lines.
Diyan nagsimula si Darbs sa mga hugot lines. Anyway, Darbs, sa dami ng mga natulungan mo, creators, viewers, OFWs, what's one thing you hope they'll always remember you for?
That I gave more than I took. That I was able to give a lot of value in this world, more than I ask. Because, I mean, at the end of it all, the company's massive transformative purpose, the massive transformative purpose of House Creatives is creating creators that influence transformation. What do we mean by that? Social media right now is the new media, and it's the wild, wild west of content creation because we see a lot of contents that is not healthy for us. I hate to admit it, but there's more fast food content than gourmet content. Fast food content are easy to consume, but very bad for you. And I believe the only way to battle that, because this could be the reason why our country would push forward or not. It's how the younger generation would think. So, ang sinabi ko, if I'm able to instill value on the future content creators or business owners that would create content, in that I would teach them the fundamentals and the techniques of creating a viral-worthy content and instill that with values. Kasi yun ang ginagawa namin eh. Tinuturuan namin sila paano gumawa ng hindi lang basta mag-viral, pero may value dapat. I think I could have a shot to make Philippines as a first world country through that.
All right. You know, Darbs, we would like to continue our conversation some other time. And thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
We learned so much from Darbs, no? Real Talk Darbs has shown us that even the quietest voices can grow loud enough to change lives when powered by purpose. From heartbreak to healing, from doubt to drive, his journey reminds us that in this world of everything instant, authenticity can move people and make a lasting impact. Be timely informed, be insightful of the news, always stay at the forefront. Join us again on Monday for insights on issues that matter. On behalf of Attorney Jimeno, this is Gerg Cahiles. Thank you for spending your hour with us.